Thank you. Sir, sir.
We at Mindscreen Film Institute, we are very happy to be the co-hosts of DocuFest Chennai 2026. And as we all know, documentary scene in India and South Asia today is very vibrant and diverse. It's gaining a lot of international traction. It's focusing on subjects which are, narratives that are political, social, cultural, and ecological, and in many across many different genres, and also through a very nuanced eye, because documentary has the potential to do so. And DocuFest Chennai 2026 is a celebration of documentary cinema and placing Chennai and Tamil Nadu in the film landscape of documentary filmmaking has been very important to Mindscreen Film Institute. We have earlier screened award-winning documentaries and films at this very auditorium for some years now, and that is our intention for this whole exercise. This whole festival is showcasing a series of very interesting films. It has biographies, it has journeys of musicians, of artists. It also talks about a film where where technology is reaching a rural landscape. We also have films on conservation, on ecology, on sustainable practices, and also to commemorate the auteur maverick filmmaker Ritvik Ghatak's birth centenary. We are having our opening film is going to be In Search of Ajantrik. We also are extending the whole exercise with having filmmakers who are going to be present to have interactive sessions, and so that the audience can also understand the whole filmmaker's perspective while they're making their film. I'm also glad to say that we are showcasing 2 films from filmmakers in Tamil Nadu. And as this whole DocuFest Chennai 2026 is going on, we hope to lay the ground for many more filmmakers to be showcased over here. It is, we do know that a film festival can only showcase certain number of films, but we all know there are so many films out there that are remarkable and that need to reach a wider audience, and that is our whole intention, because wider the audience, wider the filmmakers' perspectives, and wider and vibrant is the film culture that a region can own. And on this note, I'm grateful for the cherished collaboration of Film South Asia as well as Indo Cine Appreciation Foundation, and I look forward to their continued association as we go by in the DocuFest journey of ours. Thank you.
Prem Kumar to deliver the inaugural address. Before we do so, I'll just briefly introduce you. Prem Kumar, film director and cinematographer born in Trichy. He made his debut as a cinematographer with the film Varnam and went on to work on many notable projects, such as Pasanga Naduvala Konjam Pakkatte Kanum. In 2018, Prem Kumar took on the role of writer and director with Tamil film 96, which earned him plenty of accolades and marked a significant milestone in his career. He has been on the path of creating and treating Indian films with nuance, heart, and great detail. Thank you for taking your time and being part of today.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank everyone on stage for making this possible, because to my extent of knowledge, I haven't heard of a documentary film festival in Chennai. In fact, the first film festival I attended way back in 2000 was a documentary film festival in Mumbai. So since then, I've always wanted to see one in Chennai. I don't think it happened before. So first of all, thanks for that. And I started my career as a documentary filmmaker. And that's the biggest reason I'm here. I wanted to promote this. Because most of the film students, when they come out, all they seek is either movies or television. They don't even think about documentaries. It is a wide venue where you can explore. So this will be I think, a good start for you to explore on that direction. Secondly, the other reason why I came is because of Rajiv sir. Because I've worked under 3 gurus, and all 3 of them, they have worked under him or either worked for him. So I never got a chance to work under him. So whenever chance permits, I would like to participate in anything he does. And this is a great initiative. And once again, I thank you all. And I hope you make maximum use of this. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, could we please ask our guest of honor, Mr. Shivan Kannan, to share a few words before he does so. He has been the president of Indo Cine Appreciation Foundation for more than 15 years after retiring from the position of an IRS officer. He's very passionate about the promotion of good and meaningful cinema. Under his presidency, Chennai International Film Festival has become a major cultural event in Chennai, connecting local audiences with international filmmakers and stories. Thank you for your contribution and presence today.
Thank you, ma'am. Chief guest, Mr. Prem Kumar, dignitaries on the dais. I come here on behalf of ICF. Actually, my colleague, Mr. Anand Rangasamy, should have been here because he is the one who has actually promoted this festival. Day and night he has worked for it, but he is not here today. Maybe tomorrow for closing ceremony he should be here. And this is a unique initiative which has been started to have a documentary film festival. And the persons who are promoting it, Mrs. Lata Menon and Mr. Rajiv Menon, are the top of the line people who can conceive of this idea. And this will really find traction because of their promoting it. I mean, documentary film festival in today's world of AI and deep fakes and all assumes more importance, because documentary film by its very nature should reflect the truth. It has to speak the truth. It cannot be anything else. So that being the case, and it used to be called as actuality films in good old days, then it became documentary. Now, these are films which cannot show an untruth. So let us see how it positions itself in the emerging era of changed environment in terms of AI, deep fakes and things like that. And incidentally, I also wanted to tell that we also have a short film festival in Chennai every year in February, but this year it is going to go to June or July for some technical reasons. In that we also categorize 3 things, documentary, fiction and animation. And we get good response in that also. But this is a more dedicated film festival curated by such legends in cinema. So obviously this will be a very interesting thing to watch. Thank you for involving our ICF. We could be a part of it and we are happy to do it. Thank you.
Thank you. Director of Film South Asia Festival that brings together diverse stories and filmmakers to explore regional complexities to address the audience as to what she looks forward to with this collaboration and being a co-host.
Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone on the dais for making this possible. Film South Asia is a festival that was conceived by us in 1997, and we've been running since then. The main festival happens in Kathmandu, and we screen biennially. So this year we are in fact screening from November 26th to November 29th. So any filmmakers, documentary filmmakers here, if you want to submit your work, please do. We are there on Film Freeway and you can put out your work there. When we started off, we were just a bunch of print journalists. Some of you must have seen Himal magazine, which is a magazine for the region, and it was unique at the time that it started. And we wanted to look, and we all looked at the region as a unified cultural space without these barriers. And now it becomes even more important because given the climate crisis, given what is happening the world over, there is so much happening. And if we don't get together and work on these issues, we feel it's going to be a very, difficult way out of the situation that the world finds itself in right now. So we've been at it from, like I said, 1997. And we screen in Kathmandu because there are no visa issues there. And everybody from across South Asia can come there and meet, exchange ideas, and talk of the issues that are emerging that we need to handle together. So some of these films that we have curated, it was under the theme documentary in Anthropocene. So what you're watching now is a selection of films from the 47 that we had screened in Kathmandu last year. And Lata and I have sat over the films and worked on what she wanted to screen and all. Chennai, we've mostly screened in all the journalism colleges. So, and we normally screen there. So this is, I think, the first public screening that we are doing for the documentary festival here.
Because I happened to go to Asian College of Journalism on one such screening, and I said, why is it only being shown to students? Why is it not reaching out to a wider audience? And that's how the exercise began. Shashi put me on to Mithu, and we began this whole process. It's taken us over 3 months. Yeah.
So it's wonderful to be here. It's wonderful to have a discerning audience who will come to see documentaries, because we feel that documentaries are the acme of audiovisual media. And seeing what is happening with the media these days, it is very important to have something, like Sir said, that reflects the truth, that reflects what's actually happening on the ground. And deep fakes and everything is there, and attention spans are much shorter because we are watching reels and stuff, and the whole mindset is different. But when you watch a documentary and you see what actually is happening to people on the ground, say the ones like we have on the climate crisis, you see what's happening to marginalized families, you see what's happening all over the subcontinent, similar issues. And we hope you'll enjoy and take in each of the films and see the hard work that has gone into it. We got into it because at that point of time, documentary makers didn't have any support, didn't have any way to collaborate or put their work out internationally in international fora way back in 1997. So they used to show it among their small little groups or film circles that used to screen these documentaries. So we provided an accessible international forum for South Asians to come and present their work. And we hope we can continue to do so, especially for the younger filmmakers, so that they get into this form of media that then can help bring people together in this age of so much of divisiveness, so much of turmoil, so much happening across the world in all areas. So we hope you'll enjoy the festival, and thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for your insightful words. Lastly, we asked Mr. Rajiv Menon, cinematographer, filmmaker, founder and director of Mindscreen Film Institute, to share his closing remarks.
Welcome to Mr. Hariharan, who, like you, looking at wanting to study from a filmmaker. I studied under Hariharan. I also studied under our Dean, Mr. Nyanashekaran, and our dear friend Ramesh Kumar, and I welcome all of them to this festival. Because in any academic institution, it's important that we are unbiased about the commercial implications of a form. Cinema started with actuality, as you mentioned, and people recording, and Robert Flaherty. That's what we saw, and we got inspired by that. And then fiction comes over and makes it a huge industry, and the entire economy depends on that. So over the years, states' support was necessary for documentaries and non-fiction to flourish. Then there's this brief boom where television channels come in, and television channels take over the role of funding and creating content, and then they go away and OTT comes in, and they want different aspects of the March of the Penguins or something of that sort. And so you have a whole lot of documentaries which are created for specific interest groups which are available on OTT. But what we are seeing today is that anybody with a small camera and a laptop can go alpine style into any geography and make a film. So it doesn't require massive crew or laboratories or things like that. So if you have a story, you can make it. But the question is, where do you show it? So efforts such as these are important, and for academic institutions, we need to promote and create spaces where exchange of ideas are there, and young filmmakers, any of our students who want to get into documentaries should feel enthused that they can show their work and they can, get an audience to see it. So the effort of, it's been really hard to get the NOC on these two Tamil films, because we just got it in the last couple of weeks, and the efforts have paid off, and we wanted some representation for work which has been created in Tamil Nadu. And we're glad, and it's tireless effort and a lot of phone calls made by Lata and Mitu over the years. And I'm glad that, somebody like Prem traces his origins to films, and whether it's Mayargan or whether it's 96, the difference that both these films have is a sense of what the real world is, and not the fantasy comic book world that most feature films inhabit. And I think for anybody, it's a great exercise to first make a documentary before you try to make fiction. And so I'm glad that all the students have come in, and may many more filmmakers be born, and hopefully we'll have more films to show in the years to come. Yeah. And please feel free to spread the message via your social media chat after this film is over. Please keep your phone silent while you watch the films. It's imperative that everybody keeps their phone silent. But once you have a break, reach out to your friends, post on social media, and get more like-minded people interested in cinema to come to the theatre and watch all the films. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much.